Welcome to the Bleav Podcast Network, SoCal Sweat. My name is Anne McDaniels, a former NFL cheerleader and product manager turned actress and model who dreams of being a UFC fighter. Meow. Learning strategies to help motivate others leads me to bring you interviews each week from a range of athletes, experts in fitness and nutrition, and so much more. Thanks for listening to Bleav, the #1 podcast for working professionals, and let's push our endorphins to higher performance through SoCal Sweat. I'm your host, Anne McDaniels, and thanks for listening to the 4th episode of SoCal Sweat. A few years ago, I was invited to model in a photo shoot for celebrity fitness trainer Tadeo Arnold and his soccer-inspired workout program called CUERPASO. I quickly learned that the workouts were intense, unique, and that CUERPASO is Spanish for amazing body. When LA Weekly coined his workouts as Best Butt in LA, I was further intrigued. Born and raised in Brazil, he became a professional soccer player and played around the world. Tadeo now trains D1 soccer players, everyday athletes, basketball players, and celebrities like Kerry Washington, Jesse Metcalfe, Debbie Allen, Sherry Shepherd, and many others. He was featured on the Spike reality show Sweat with Jillian Michaels and has also appeared on Fox, NBC, Telemundo, Huffington Post, Pop Sugar, Shape, and MSN. The CUERPASO program is derived from soccer techniques paired with fitness and a dash of sexy Brazilian dance movements. Instead of a workout, Tadeo calls it vacation. Right now, Tadeo is offering Zoom workouts alongside his talented sisters, Emmy-nominated choreographer Chloe and international tap dancer Maud. I'm very excited to welcome CUERPASO to the show. Hello, Tadeo Arnold of CUERPASO, voted #1 best butt in LA by LA Weekly. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm so excited to be here. And just to let you know, I'm outside on this sunny, beautiful day. I haven't missed a workout, and especially outdoors, just getting some great sun, sharing that energy.
Yes, and it's important to get that vitamin D when we're in quarantine as well, because as our listeners may not know, but LA is still in quarantine until almost August. So it's not screwing around, but we got to do fitness and sun any way we can.
Absolutely. I'm all with you. I'm all about staying healthy and happy and positive despite whatever's going on.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Master Best Butt, you have a wonderful program called CUERPASO, which means best or hot body in Spanish, correct?
Yes, that's what we do. We give you a hot body. We make you feel good. I call it a virtual vacation in Brazil. So we do a lot of amazing soccer movements, a little samba, a little dancing, and all of a sudden the results come. It's like, boom, better than a plastic surgeon, by the way.
Absolutely, for sure. And you started as a professional soccer player in Brazil.
Yes, correct. So I played in Brazil. I played in Rio. I trained one of the top clubs in the world and played professionally at the highest level, which was just an incredible experience. And I don't think people can fathom the competition level and the amount of sweat and grit it took to get there and sign my professional contract and play for several years and then get to subsequently play around the world and just showcase my skills. So that really gave me a basis for understanding of like the magnitude of competition and what it takes to succeed in any endeavor. But I can't lie, soccer is the biggest sport in the world. It was my dream as a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old. And when I signed my contract and played professionally, it was freedom. It was like the biggest thing ever.
And you were super young, so you've got like all the adrenaline and money and fame at that point. That's awesome. But with that work ethic came a work ethic once you got to Los Angeles, because let's face it, trainers are a dime a dozen in LA, which prompted you to get, every trainer's dream would be to have celebrity clients. And you took on Jesse Metcalfe, Kerry Washington, to name a few others. How did you go about getting that?
That's a great question. So as you said, everybody is a trainer in LA or an actor or an actress and all those things. However, what I did is I wanted to be the best. So I went to the Equinox, the Sports Club LA off of Rodale Drive in Beverly Hills, and I sent it to the top trainer. I ended up training the owners and investors of Sports Club LA, which became Equinox. So I was honing my skills. I was back in school, like applying what I learned as a professional and just like tweaking it, studying kinesiology. So back in school. And also one thing I guaranteed my clients is I'm all about results. So allowing myself to work hard, be positive, learn, all of a sudden I started attracting these celebrities and professional athletes because they saw my work ethic, they saw the results, and they wanted to be surrounded by that. And I got to tell you, there's nothing better than working with an entertainer who loves results and wants to look and feel their best. It's inspiring to me too.
Because as entertainers, we have to be. It's a part of our job. So that makes your job 10 times more important. And and I love that you went straight to Equinox, or it used to be LA Sports Club in Beverly Hills, and now Equinox. You went to the top, because you were used to a top echelon, so you go straight there. You already start with it with the A-team. That's amazing. And so on from there, obviously you had that program and the CUERPASO program, which led you to be on the great show called Sweat with Jillian Michaels, where you would come on and compete.
Yes.
You would compete against 2 other trainers, or how many other trainers?
Well, this is a great question. So Sweat Inc. was created by Jillian Michaels, who's a fitness guru, made over $100 million, and has an incredible body and work ethic. So she created like a Shark Tank for fitness. So she scoured the entire country, thousands upon thousands of trainers. Everybody applied. They narrowed it down to, I Bleav, to get on the show, just to be interviewed in the initial rounds, probably 30 to 50. But in the whole USA, this was a nationwide competition. I got to the top 3. So I'm talking about, they evaluated everything about our program. The efficiency of the workout. Is it marketable? How people feel about it. They put us in suits. They checked how many calories were burned, fat versus muscle. I mean, the intensity, and then she went over our business plans. So this was, like I said, a United States coast-to-coast competition, and thousands applied, and I made it to the top 3 with results, marketing, and just hard work.
That's incredible. So they really legitimately put you through those. I mean, they would measure the calories, the fat burned with those.
Yes.
Was it like an aluminum suit that you would wear?
That's so great that you asked that question. They had full body suits on that tracked every caloric burn in the entire body. Athos, I Bleav, was the company name, but the suits were thousands of dollars, and they were incredible in terms of showing what's going on with the individual's body as they go through our workouts. And ours was, like I said, in the whole USA top 3. So it wasn't just hype, people saying things about the program. We proved it digitally, with marketing, with results. So it was just a great experience, and to learn from Jillian Michaels, who's, like I said, the queen of fitness internationally, and just be able to show and display my skills. And she, she lovely, just a lovely individual, called what we were doing brilliant. And that was just so empowering.
I remember that episode. Do you still stay in touch with her?
It's so funny is I'm going to reach back out to her pretty soon. She's been incredibly busy, as like myself. Mm-hmm. So I will be reaching back out to her. I want to update her once I get to the next echelon in my career. So I want to highlight, the next major accomplishment. One thing that you didn't know, that in the whole USA, I took over, I've never played basketball, but I took over a high school basketball team. That's the biggest sport in the USA for kids, correct? Yeah. Never played basketball. I took a team from 12,974 in the USA to number 6 in the United States of America in 2 years.
Is this an
the
LA school?
CUERPASO program. Yes, it's in Los Angeles. So in the whole USA, they were ranked almost 13,000, and I took them to number 6 in the USA. We played at NBA stadiums. We won state championships. We're co-champions for Division I basketball in the United States of America. So there was less than 1% odds of us getting there when I took the job. And I said, CUERPASO transcends soccer. I worked with the top baseball player in the world, the top soccer players, the top NFL, all these sports. But I said, you know what, let's apply this to basketball. And next thing you know, and the great thing, a lot of the students that I trained are going to get Division I college scholarships that are worth $250,000 plus.
Oh, Tadeo, that is so amazing. That's incredible.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, even the footwork alone on your soccer workouts would aid so well in basketball. I mean, look at how many, just those drills, and they come down on the feet and they twist that ankle. I'm sure with your workouts, those ankles are much stronger. The rolled ankles are huge in basketball.
You are just a brilliant athlete, entertainer. You understand it all. So what happened is we had the least injuries ever. And over this 2-year period, the ankle sprains and injuries were negligible.
Wow.
It was incredible. It was a feat. Other teams couldn't understand it. We're playing against teams where the high schools cost $40,000 a year, right? And we're just blowing them out of the water. They're panting, they're hurting, and we're just jogging up and down the court. So like you said, the incredible footwork from CUERPASO totally seamlessly worked in the basketball realm. Although it's funny because these guys are half my age, like 15, 16, and they're twice my height.
And you're outrunning them, I swear. I bet.
Oh, I beat them all. One guy beat me. so I've lost to one high schooler, but not many more.
Nope, no more. That's the one and only. And even those Achilles, is it the hamstring or the Achilles tendons? A lot of those snap on basketball athletes.
Correct. They rupture. It's a rupture, and it's hard to come back. That's what Kevin Durant suffered from. So I really worked with these kids to ensure the overall stabilization. And funny transition. Now I want to leverage that and go to an NCAA Division I's program or a pro NBA
team. I go
team
straight to the NBA
because
that's amazing.
Right. That's where we want to take this program, because we proved with very little resources and kids, because obviously they still have to do schoolwork, they're figuring out dating, their parents, social life. We were able to do this. So imagine what we can do when we're at a top stadium. So that's the goal right now, is to get a top college or professional job as a strength and conditioning coach and consultant, because we also do the emotional and mental aspect. A lot of these athletes, you think their life is easy. They're driving Lamborghinis, but they've got a lot going on.
A lot of stress. People have no idea.
Exactly. And so that's something we incorporate into the workouts, is the overall well-being. That's why when people always vacation in Latin America, go to my hometown, because they sense and they feel the calming nature of us. And that's what I bring to the athletes too. You're getting the results, but you're also calming your soul.
And what a mentor you are to young males that a lot of them don't have people to look up to. And that's incredible to sit down with them and be, not only they look up to you because you're a major athlete and help them that way and help them win, but really get into the mindset. And winners, there's like you said, it's all psychology. That's incredible.
Exactly. So we mesh the two together. So we have our proprietary program that's registered, we've had the opportunity to work at top tech and entertainment companies. So CUERPASO was integrated. We were at Sony over 5 years. We were at Twitter several years. So now what we want to do is we want to transition, like I said, to the top NCAA D1 or a pro team, and then also be in all the tech companies. So our next goal is Instagram and Google. So we did Sony and Twitter for years. Now we want to get the newer guys on the block, the ones that are obviously everybody's pretty much shifted to Instagram. So that's where we want to go next.
That's amazing. And I remember going to one of those big consumer product shows. I think it was CES. And there was an athletic company showcasing a shoe for basketball players specifically, that it would, while you were in the air, it would actually measure your body language and alter the shoe, alter your foot so that you wouldn't land on the side of it and roll your ankle. That was incredible. So like maybe you could partner with something like that, but that's amazing.
That's something to look out for. Yeah, because basketball, what people don't understand. So soccer, what I played professionally, is the biggest sport in the world. So I played in Europe, Asia, Latin America. However, in the United States, basketball is king, right? So like you said, partnering with a company could be great, because the amount of money and resources and opportunities that come from basketball has really impressed me. And they've embraced me in this world. Like I said, somebody who's never shot a layup, and they respect what we're doing. They enjoy it, and they're engaged.
That's amazing. I would hit the NFL too. That's my favorite sport, is NFL. Could we ever recruit you to American football, the real football? No, I'm totally kidding. I
would head that way too. I'd put on some pads.
I know you would. Well, I took a little bit of your class because we were doing a calendar shoot, and I was a model for your calendar. And I
that was a great
loved
day.
Those drills. I mean, it's hard. I consider myself to be highly athletic, and that core and those it was amazing. So that brings me to I'll just talk about you quickly, your training methods. You do those soccer types of drills in 3 different areas. That would be classroom, the grass, and the beach. I think the most difficult is the beach because of that sand.
Oh, the sand. So I'm from Rio. I'm from a beach town. So I spend every single day. I dip my hair in the ocean. I train on the sand. The sand really strengthens every single muscle from the bottom of your foot, which is neglected, all the way up in your lung capacity. Everything is exponentially stronger and better as a result of the sand. And when I'm playing a game on grass or other terrain, it's quite simple, because my lung capacity, my explosiveness is that much greater. So we have the 3 methods. Like I said, obviously not everybody can be at the beach. So we do, like I said, the indoor, the grass version, and the beach. But the versatility is just what makes it so incredible, is that you can gain in any of the terrains.
Well, and then you go from sand to like a normal, like I'm thinking about AVP players, like the volleyball players. Their
Yes.
verticals from the sand are incredible. I couldn't even get that on land. And then if they're that good in the sand from like, even in incorporating your workouts, they go to a normal volleyball court. They're like, you could go to the ceiling, that's such a strength. And then so from here, since we're in quarantine, you have an amazing program right now called Zoom Curves, and talk about you being successful. It is in the whole family. So you incorporate your Emmy nominated choreographer sister, Chloe Arnold, and your international tap star sister, Maud Arnold. And I happen to see a picture of your mother, you and your mother, who actually introduced you guys to fitness since birth, correct?
Yes, exactly. So our mother pioneered the way, right? And so we took fitness and training seriously, and we enjoyed the process. But so what we did is we pivoted quite quickly. Nothing hard here in terms of, we took CUERPASO to Zoom. So it's called CUERPASO Curves on Zoom. And what we do is every Wednesday and Saturday, a live class with my sisters. Like I said, they're top international dancers, up for Emmys, work with James Corden, Hugh Jackman, all those people. So what we do is we bring that same energy that you would see on Broadway, that you would see watching a professional sporting match. Since there is no Broadway, since there's no pro sports, we're bringing that energy and just synergizing it and putting it on Zoom so you can stay fit, happy, and feel free in the confinement. I wouldn't say confinement, but in the comfort of your own home. So you're getting this escape. Instead, you can't go to Broadway, you can't go to pro match, but we're bringing you both of those, and you're getting healthy and happy at the same time.
Amazing.
So that's what we created.
Well, I also loved, I was watching a couple of them, and I loved your little skit. Like, I mean, you're very approachable with it. You guys are, fantastic at what you do. You could be very intimidating. So here are your two sisters laying on the couch in their pajamas, and it looks a little messy, and you come in and say, oh, come on, you guys. And they take off their pajamas. They're in full neon leotards. They're fabulous. And you guys do a workout program. And that is totally relatable because that's how everybody is at home. So it's really cute. I'm sure there's a lot of success. And I also noticed on your Instagram that you had a red carpet event with one of the dance moms. It's the mother Holly, and then was she taking your training methods?
So Holly, first and foremost, she's one of the best mothers and friends you could ever find. So she went to an Ivy League university. She's a doctor. Just a brilliant woman. Okay, first and foremost, but also she embraces and loves training. So I used to train dance mom Holly, or Holly, Dr. Holly, as well as Nia. So we would train as a group. So we consider each other at this point family. We worked together for years. We support each other's dreams and visions. So we train together. And not only that, but after the workout sessions, we make sure to enhance each other's lives. Like I said, we're extended family, and we help each other with our dreams and visions. She's insanely, incredibly supportive of CUERPASO and me as an individual, my family. So working with Dance Mom Holly, or Dr. Holly, it's just another level because you're getting the intelligence, the intellect, the positivity, as well as the international fame. I mean, everybody knows her, right? And she's an incredible person, and she works just as hard when we're working out. So we're working, like I said, this year together, as always, right, on meeting our life goals as well as our fitness goals. So it's a long-term endeavor. We're not in a rush. We have, what we like to do is build long-lasting, lifetime relationships. And so thankfully we're still working together, and it's just incredible. That's
great. And Nia seems very grounded, because I'm sure that can wreak a lot of havoc on a little girl's life, being that in the spotlight, especially as a dancer. Because as a dancer myself, there's a lot of pressure on that. And I'm sure that she seems to keep, her daughter very grounded. And what a great family to be surrounded by you guys, among the elite A team, because you guys are all overachievers, but yet you support each other. If one's coming down, you support each other. And that's a huge, huge system. And I like that you said it's long-term, not short-term, because life is a marathon, not a sprint. Ice Cube.
Well said.
Ice Cube.
well
love
said.
That.
You crafted it beautifully. And that's what it's about. Is so CUERPASO, it's a team feel. There's not competition. We're all different. We can all succeed in our own rights, and more so if we work together and uplift one another. So that's what we've really created. And thankfully, I'm surrounded by such great people who are successes in their own rights and in every right. And we're all rising. And that's why we want to invite people in who are about positivity, who want results, who want happiness, who want to be part of a team that's positive, that's engaging, that doesn't judge, that doesn't neglect anybody. We all are ascending together at the same time simultaneously.
Well, that shows in all your success. And Tadeo, before I let you go, you got to tell me your favorite cheat food in quarantine, and also just goals for the future.
Okay, that's a great question. So random, so wild. I don't know why, but I've been on this KFC fried chicken. I don't know what type of situation. So I've been
Colonel.
Cienega and Wilshire. So the Colonel's got me.
Oh, the Colonel.
Okay, so however, I'm still,
yes,
it's so good. I got to tell you. So that's my little cheat, and thankfully my body doesn't reflect it, but that's what I'm doing about twice a week. And then, so in terms of goals, our goal right now is we're trying to raise $2 million over the next 6 months, right? So that CUERPASO can be internationally renowned and utilized, because the obesity epidemic is plaguing 37% of the world, right? Number one killer on the planet. So we believe the panacea, the all-in solution is CUERPASO. So we want to save a lot of lives, work with a lot of people. So that's our goal. And we want to obviously bring in people to our classes. So online, once we relaunch our app, we'd like to have thousands of users internationally. So those are our visions, and that's what we're working on diligently. And everybody needs a little bit of help. So hopefully find that right person. It's synergetic, and we win.
Two things on that. First of all, you've got a real advertising thing here, because number one, if you don't want to lose weight, at least try to lose weight because of the pandemic. Studies have shown that the coronavirus is hitting more people that are overweight with preconceived conditions, but mostly overweight. Also, I would think that Michelle Obama, obviously she's extremely busy, but when they were in the presidency, her biggest platform was keeping American kids healthy from obesity. Yes. So, I mean, this is something you could, maybe reach out to her, and then who knows? Sky's the limit. And you always reach it and go beyond. So I'm not worried.
We're gonna find it somewhere. Partner with the right person. That is a great idea and suggestion. And we're gonna find the right way to reach everybody. And like you said, end this pandemic and others with proactive preventative measures.
Absolutely. And the healthier you are, the better your immunity goes up, and then boom, you can we could knock it out just from fitness alone. Well, not really. I'm not a scientist, but
no, I know. But a big part is doing the best we can and to get to the doctor. So I agree. We'll do our part.
Absolutely. Well, Tadeo Arnold of CUERPASO, #1 best butt in LA. I am so proud of you, and I will put all the links below. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Our pleasure. It was amazing. You're incredible.
Thank you very much. Gracias.
Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that was Tadeo Arnold of CUERPASO, whose goal is to continue spreading his philosophy of fitness and nutrition for life around the world, creating a holistic health revolution promoting mental and physical bliss. You can check out his website at CUERPASO.com for links to all the classes and information. I'll also include everything in the links below for the show. Thank you again, and please subscribe and rate the show on iTunes. You can also listen on Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Luminary, Tuned In, or at Bleav.com. You can reach out to me for any questions or topics you'd like covered on the show at Anne McDaniels. Please stay tuned in next week to learn about vegan diets for athletes and overall health from food truck race star Jacqueline Jones and her Soul Food Collective. See you next time, and thanks again for listening to SoCal Sweat.